Now there would be some condition inside our application where we're going to need to pull back the strings like the message, sender and receiver, so to match it with the queries outside of the area. So to do that, we're going to have to select it from the table, and we're going to have to run a query that would be actually a selective query. For that purpose, we actually use in Android SQLite database, we use a concept of cursor. Cursor allows us to select the queries from the database within a very finite set of area. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to create a cursor in here. I'm just going to press enter, and so I'm going to use a public cursor, that will be, and get string sender string receiver. So I'm going to only pull that receiver and sender from that one. That's it. Now it is asking to add the return statement in here. So in order to pull back something, or in order to insert something, we're going to have to get the permissions of that database, that is get writable database. So for that purpose, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to use SQLite database. DB is equal to get writable database. That's it. I'm going to save it. I'm going to create a string to hold on a query for selecting something from the database. So string select query is equal to, I'm gonna use like select from, and then plus table name messages, that is actually the table name. So select every row and everything from the table name messages where message sender plus like. So what does like? The like operator is used for searching a specified pattern in the column. So that is one of the most important thing. Like is actually very important when you put a like S%, like I'm just going to give it an example, S%. So it will also find out the missing letters, for example S, and any name which starts from S, it will pick it like that. So it is actually the purpose of like. So I'm going to use now plus like sender plus and message receiver like receiver. So I'm going to use the receiver which is actually provided in here in this area. So I'm going to use receiver, and that's it. And then I'm going to use like order by ID, which I've previously described, plus ASC. So what does it really means in all over the way? It means that actually select from the table everything that actually starts from the sender or starts from the receiver. Means that the sender and receiver both should be packed up and should be ordered in ascending order by their index ID. Now the last thing I'm going to have to insert is the unimplemented method. So I'm going to insert the unimplemented methods, and here we have now the unimplemented method. So this method means that if your database version is very old, then you should upgrade. And the next thing is that if the database version is not supportable, then you should drop it. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to use db dot xzsql, and then you're going to provide the drop database query in here. So I'm going to use table message drop, and that's it.